can do, you too can do. Because it is simply superb. Ladies and gentlemen, this podcast is going to help you out to know more about leaderships, leadership skills, the impact of challenges on the leadership in different perspective by different personalities. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome you all for another episode of Bhavan's Toastmasters Leadership Podcast. If others can do, you too can do. It is simply superb. Today, we are lucky enough to have. He had started his Toastmaster journey from May 2013. He is a double DTM, traditional as well as pathways, and is in the verge of completing third TTM and the fourth TTM too. Wow, wow, wow. Love to learn always. This is his punchline. And so keen to attend daily, at least one meeting. Wow. A professional and corporate trainer, coach, mentor. Ladies and gentlemen, why to wait more? With our huge round of applause, let us welcome this great personality, DTM Murali Anudada. Sir, welcome to our show, Bhavan's Toastmasters Leadership Podcast. Simply super. Sir, we would definitely love to hear from you about your journey till today in different arenas in a short span of life. So,
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Mahesh Iyer. I'm Murli Manohar, born in Chennai, but my mother tongue is Telugu. I was brought up in Chennai, studied my schooling in Chennai, and did my college from the most prestigious colleges in the world, Madras Christian College. Then I did my post-graduation from the University, Madras University. Started my career at my age of 20 itself. I was a freelance market research person, moved to marketing. Thereafter, I was with eMark, a chemical division salesperson. Further moved to Godrej. I was for 6 years with Godrej in their animal feeds division, one of the top sellers in the country in the year 86 when I was just 22 years. And thereafter, I got a break in my life. That is, I got married. Immediately 1 year after marriage, I got the opportunity to go to Kuwait. From 93, February 93, I was in Kuwait. I worked there for an insurance company called American Life Insurance. I worked there initially as an agent, thereafter moved as a unit manager. Then I moved to a bank in Kuwait that is called Burgan Bank, working there for almost 4.5 years. Thereafter, I planned to return to India, but I was pulled there to work again for the American Life Insurance Company. I was a unit manager. Then I got an offer and I worked for one of the world's famous companies called Zurich International. I was the country head in Kuwait. Then again, I planned to return to India, but then another company called me and they made me, it's an insurance brokerage company, and they made me an officer there, manager there. But in 2013, I had a real break in my life. I happened to go to a bookshop in Salmiya in Kuwait, where I happened to see a lot of people gathering there. That bookshop was just next to my house, but I never walked. I was even for walking, I used to take a car and go to the park and park my car and walk there. But that day, I happened to go for a casual walk, and I happened to see a group of men coming out of that room, and that happens to be the Toastmasters.
wow.
Just after I came out, I met those people. I asked them about this. What is this Toastmaster? They said it's a Toastmaster. Then I said, I'm sorry, I cannot be fit. I cannot fit into this because I don't take tea, coffee, or I don't drink. So I thought this is not a platform for me. The VP education of that club, uh, Vinod Warrior, he happened to he took my number and happened to see me on the following day and explained me what is this Toastmaster. I was very much interested because during
Hold on,
my,
hold on.
yes,
Sir, what a descriptive arena of experiences that you have. We have small doubt that people always say that everything depends upon the personality to see a problem and solve it out. And every time we face a problem, we have to see both the sides, just like the both sides of the coin. Even in this pandemic, invisible corona pandemic, that also has taught so many things to us. People see it in a different way. What is your perspective of this? Corona really a foe and a friend too.
it depends whether the glass is half filled or half empty. March 2020, 2nd March, I happened to land in Kuwait from India after writing my IAM exam. Then I was just cool. I know that pandemic just started. It was not pandemic at that time. Only on March 30th, 2020, World Health Organization made this as a pandemic one. When I came, people told me that you will have to take rest, don't go out for some time. Immediately on 10th of March, things happened in Kuwait. They had a lockdown, and they told those people who traveled to India, to Kuwait recently, should take 14 days quarantine. So I took my quarantine. Then, as you all know, it is only a comma, it never became a full stop. You can cry or you can laugh or take care of that opportunity. What I did, I, as a Toastmaster, because I was in the four walls, I was no one. I mean, my brother was in India. We stayed together. We were staying together in Kuwait, but he got stuck in India, and I was in Kuwait. So, as I had no other option to go out, like people say, if you cannot run away, at least make use of the present situation and enjoy. So I started again my Toastmaster. I mean, I was very active, but then I thought, let me start doing a new pathways. I started in March 2020, a new pathways. It happened now with the last 15 months. I've completed almost 3 pathways thanks to Toastmaster and thanks to Corona, because but for Corona, we would not have enough time to read, prepare, and do, because I was very busy doing nothing but actively present in all the activities. So here I was stuck at home, which is unusual of Murli Manohar. But I took charge. I learned what is Zoom, because I don't know what was Zoom. I failed in a Zoom interview. It was an opportunity for me. I failed. But then I thought this is the best time to unlearn, learn, and relearn. So with this note, I started learning as a school beginner. I started learning what is Zoom. It was just Latin and German for me. But thanks to friendly Corona, I won't call it foe, a friendly Corona, I am now, I can say confidently that Zoom has been very kind enough to teach me, and I've learned, and I'm using this tool to interact with people far and near, those people whom I could not talk during this pandemic, including my family. We were almost having daily basis Zoom calls, though we were having WhatsApp video, but Zoom call is really very professional. I can sit and talk with people. And I would also say just 1 month back, to be precise, almost 1 month back, I even got my daughter married, and most of the people worldwide could visualize or see this event through Zoom. So is Corona a foe? Up to you. Is it a friend? Yes, up to me, it's a great friend. And though we cannot continue to be having Corona, but beggars are not choosers. We have no choice, but utilize this opportunity to turn it to your advantage. Thank you.
Wow, 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 what a perspective of seeing a problem or a challenge or a threat in a different way. DTM Murli Manoharji, we all know that because of your vast area of experience and exposure, you might have faced many of the challenges to reach to this position. Can we hear some of your challenges and how you managed it to transform it into with your positive approach, and how you have done it?
Great, Toastmaster Mahesh. Many people in Kuwait, they know my history. I happened to return to Kuwait, I mean, India, in the year 2014 because I got into some business activities. Unfortunately, I lost over 1.6 crores, almost around $200,000. I can say I lost. If I can guarantee say if someone was there in my position, they would have hung themselves and had a suicide. But then I know because we all learn, every religion teaches that you came with nothing and you go with nothing when you go out. So I was of this mindset that this money may not be mine, and I did not bring this money. I earned in the process and lost in the process. So I just thought that I should get away from the scenario and move to India. My wife and children were my source of inspiration because if a person has lost huge amount, the family could turn that situation into a very bad situation. It was like Corona. I was locked up in my house because I could not do anything what I wanted to do. My mindset was cut. All my aspirations were cut. But then we I learned that this phase also will pass by. So I was having that self confidence that one day things will come out, work out in such a way to my favor. After almost 7 to 8 months of staying at home, similar to Corona today, I already practiced that. So the Corona was not a very ineffective one for me. It was, I got used to it. I started working in my field, that is insurance and my real estate. Since 1985, I was in real estate. Since 1992, I was in insurance. So I started working again. I was there almost for 4 years in Hyderabad, almost made half of the loss of amount I lost in Kuwait. So I would tell people, everybody, don't think that if you have lost anything, nothing has gone from your pocket. It came and it went away like a river water. It was flowing, you could catch it, and there was some leakage in your vessel. It has gone. So have that hope that that phase also will go away. I have been very confident from the day one that I will recoup. As God as God will say, our people with the eldest blessings. I got an offer back in 2018 from my same management with whom I worked for almost 25 years. They told me to come back to Kuwait to work. That time, because once bitten, twice shy, I know that I should be very firm in my financial dealings. So I took a vow and asked them to put everything in writing. And I came with a good package, decent package up to December 2019. Again, that um, what do you call worm in our stomach which starts pricking. So in January 2020, I decided that I will go again on my own. So on January 2020, I wanted to start my own career, I mean with my own business along with my brother. Unfortunately, the process took some time. Then I had to come to India for my IAM exam, which I was coming once in 2 months. And when I returned back, the history started, Corona. So overall, the situation is, you should remember, tensions and problems will keep on coming as long as you are alive. The only thing you should do is don't get faded away with your plans. One day it will come, and I can tell you confidently that I have been able to achieve most of the things I have had plans, and that is only because of my self confidence and self motivation. Nobody can motivate you, inject you except yourself. Over to you.
Kudos to, such an experienced personality, saying that if our family members are there with us, if we have a strong family bond, we can face any of the challenges and we can achieve everything in our life. DTM Murli Manoharji, we all know that a raw stone, after chiseling many a times, it becomes a shining diamond. How will the Toastmaster help you to chisel yourself to become a world-class leader? How it made you to a successful leader that you are there now?
Thank you very much. I am I've been into public speaking since my school days. I was an orator, a debater, then in college days. In professional life, I'm a motivational speaker. But what Toastmaster has made the change? I can talk for 3 hours without any break. I don't take tea, coffee also, so I don't worry about any breaks. But Toastmaster has taught me to speak between 1 to 2 minutes, between 2 to 3 minutes, between 4 to 6 minutes, between 5 to 7 minutes, and between 18 to 22 minutes. This timing, which was like a goal post, which I was not having those days, it was like running a marathon or going on a long drive. Toastmaster taught me that you can do many things. Doing a long speech is not a difficult one. Giving 1 to 2 minute speech is the most challenging one. I can tell you, Toastmaster really, as you said, it really sharpened me into this factor, which I was not at all good at. Today, I can make a speech for 1 to 2 minutes very easily, or even 18 to 22 minutes very easily. That is what we have to learn, that everything is a challenge, and if you know how to utilize the challenge, you can excel yourself. And let me tell you, nobody can beat yourself other than you yourself. Over to you.
Wow, 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 wow. The way you speak has motivated us and given the inspiration to us also. Really, thank you very much for sparing your valuable time for us, pouring your heart out from your heart, sincere words about you, which made us also more inspired. Thank you very much, sir, for being with us.
I want to add one more thing which you asked me. We have a R counter role in Toastmaster. You would have seen in my speech, I don't think I've used anywhere pass, because that is what again Toastmaster has taught me, to speak clearly without any break, matlab, without thinking. Your flow of thought should be continuous and give a very clear cut speech. Thanks to Toastmaster, we have learned a lot. Thank you, and over to you for Toastmaster Mahesh for giving this rarest of rare opportunity.
Ladies and gentlemen, here we go. And here, myself, I am here, your host for this Bhavan's Toastmasters Leadership Podcast. If others can do, you too can do, because it is simply super. Signing off from you just now to meet you in the yet another episode very soon. Stay tuned. Bye.